Welcome back, everybody. I'd like to start off this video with a very big thank you, and I mean thank you very much. I've had a lot of interest in the touch control rebuild video, but I've also noticed if there's that much interest in the video, then I should do one of a complete disassembly and reassembly, because there's a lot of people out there like me that would like the knowledge and the know-how, and so I'm going to do my best to fulfill it this time. And as you can see, we got a touch control box. The problem with this one is it's when you put weight on it, it's shuddering or just jerking. So that's telling me that either there's an O-ring rolled in here or there's one cut. So we're going to take it apart and see what we can find, and then we'll both know. That way we can troubleshoot these a lot easier. So forgive me for a little bit of noise, but it's a lot faster using air tools than it is using just a regular ratchet and socket. Lay me a napkin out to keep my hardware on. So, all right, top plate hardware. Okay, let's see. All right, pretty good, come loose. Let's hope it's not full of oil. Nope, we're dry up here, so we're good. Hopefully I did get all the oil out before. Looks really good in here. I'll tip it up so you can see. You can see I've still got a little bit of oil coming, but still clean in there. So, all right, well, we're gonna switch up and take this off. Okay. Now, I've got two little screws right here. I can take, spin it around so you can see. There are two screws right here that will hold this bracket on. So you can take these two screws off. This bracket will come off, and then you can slide this pin out, and then this arm will come off. Unfortunately, this one is back in there, so we might have to pry that one out a little bit to get it. All right. Or I might get lucky and just pry them up a little bit. It's kind of a cheap way to do it, but there we go. All right, there's one. That's out of the way. Only bad part about doing it this way is you have to bend them back in because you've stretched them. So just remember that if you decided to do it this way. Let's see, like the tap. Actually, let me see it this way. There we go. Now, do it this way. Table's not too sturdy. It's actually a bench for doing painting panels on, like front bumper covers and stuff like that. It's not really meant for all this weight, but the best table I got for now. All right, let's see. One pin. This is the way I can push this over and out. Fails, just tap it out. There we go. Now, arm is off. We'll set this on the floor to take some of the weight off the table. All right. All right, now, other hand. All right, now we're probably gonna make a mess. We're gonna take the back cover off. Whatever oil I didn't drain out, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out now. So, anyway, just a mess. Okay, let's hope we don't make too big a mess. Yep, just a little bit, but not as bad as I thought. Yeah, okay. Well, that's all right. That's why I bought the pan. We don't make a big mess. Okay, let's see. The pistons are here, and the main pistons are here, so we're gonna have to disconnect these. We should be able to take and push back in. That should go back, and then we can get to the. Well, we know this isn't the problem. All right, let me see. These up here on the top feel pretty tight. I bet it's the ones down here on the bottom for your actuators. I bet that's what it is. All right. So let me get Allen wrench and take these off and see if we can pull these out and see if that's where the problem is. But we're going to rebuild the whole thing anyway. I've got the kit to do it, so we're going to rebuild the whole thing. Allen wrenches. It has been a while since I've been in one of these, so, but we're gonna get it. There we go. All right, hold on. Let's see, where am I hanging? Yeah, I gotta take, you got two little set screws right here, or Allen screws. They need to come out because they are the stops for your lever. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been in one of these, so I'm trying to remember as I go. Keep these separate. Well, actually, they're socket head bolts. And there's the plate. That comes off. Your little bracket and your arm, actually, these are the stops for the arms. Take that one out. Okay, this one should pull it straight on out now. There we go. I think that was the problem. But anyway, O-ring looks pretty good there. All right, let's check the other side. Let's stick this. So my oil don't run out on the floor. O-rings look a little dry and could be worn. It's real dry on top of this one. So anyway, I'm going to leave it just like this so that you know which side that they go on. I'll leave everything completely assembled so we know that this side goes this way on this side of the touch control, and this side goes here. And that way we don't get them confused. All right, so now let me take these off the back and get those out. socket. Yep. Rubber hammer and just tap it. There you go. O-rings look a little worn on it, like they got a little wear, like they were dry, like they didn't stay. When they were old for assembly, it's like they just didn't. That oil didn't work through the beginning of the break-in. You want to use a good assembly lube that before the oil gets on both sides, you want the O-rings to stay lubricated. You don't want them to be dry because like I said, it'll make them wear fast or they'll roll. Okay, so those are out. Let's see, I need to get the pistons out now. Tap them out. A lot of air in there. Okay, let's see, might get these out, so let me find something to put in there and just lightly tap. Don't want to damage them. Actually, I can use these, put back in here. There we go. All right, this one goes here. I'm not really seeing anything wrong with it yet. I do hear this O-ring is messed up. It's one. We were getting the front and rear lift not working correctly. All right. Now, I'll take everything else out and I'm going to lay it down over here on another napkin as it comes out. All right, that's the center. Middle nose. that. Let's see, let me get my truck light. Hey, come in my truck light. It's over there on the other side of the tractor. On the where the footboard is. Okay. I got a little bit of a score in this one, but it's, you can barely feel it with the finger. Let me see. Port was looking good there. So, all right, we'll get into it a little bit further and see what we find. All right, I'm gonna take the bottom cover off. Well, there's the rest of the oil. It doesn't look bad in here either. But, well, I take that back. There's some stuff coming out of the bottom. So evidently, looks like pieces of O-ring by the color. I believe that's what it is. It looks like pieces, it is, it's O-ring. Well, so now we know what it is. The O-rings didn't stay lubricated during the break-in period when the initial movement of the cylinders. So, yeah, right there. So, well, that's it. Take all these little, losing my mind. Anyway, I take all these little plugs out for the ports, make sure everything is cleaned inside of there. We'll take the filter out, make sure it's good, and clean everything up. Replace all the gaskets and O-rings, but from all the material that's down here, that's come out of the bottom, it looks like O-ring material or trash, but it looks like partially O-ring material and just trash. So anyway, well, that's about it. I'm gonna have to take and pull these out as well. Now there are O-rings, like I said, you've got these little plugs to pull out, clean. And in the front, this right here, all of these have to come out because there are O-rings in here as well. And they do come in the kit. And so we'll get all those out and place the O-rings, and that's probably where we're going to find most of our problem, other than what little bit of wear and stuff is on this. Well, anyway, I'm going to finish taking these last little pieces out, and we'll come back once I get everything out. We'll get everything cleaned, and I cleaned up my mess here, so we'll have a clean table to work on. So, like I said, I do appreciate all the interest in the first video. I apologize that it was only 9 minutes. I cut through all of this. So I owe it to the people that wanted to see how it was done, and so here it is, and I hope that you check back in to see the actual disassembly and reassembly of the touch control. Well, stay tuned. I'm gonna clean up my mess, and we'll be back at you shortly, all right? So stay tuned for the part 2, the reassembly of this, all right? Appreciate you watching, and stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. I'm not to the point of cleaning yet. I've got all the disassembly done. I just wanted to come back and show everybody. As you can see, I've got all the pistons out of the respective bores. And it takes a little bit of time because these O-rings, they can be a struggle to get them out. But you just be patient, you get in there and you kind of twist and pull at the same time. Just be careful not to damage the bores. You have, this would be the bore. And in this side, you would have the bore here, this plastic piece. There it is, in there. So, but anyway, that's it. I've got everything laid out, you know, left and right. Of course, all the pistons for the bores are laid out, top, middle, bottom. And there was a screen that goes in right down here, which is here. After checking it out, I didn't really find any damaged O-rings, but there is a lot of grit in these bores. And when I removed the filter, there it is. So in my opinion, what it was, there was a lot of grit, trash, dirt, and this looks like Permatex or gasket maker, which you can see the gaskets are new on here. And let me turn it so you can see it this way. It's just a magnet. You see here, it's Permatex. And that's what this looks like around this filter. Some of this Permatex had a reaction, look, yeah, right there. It just comes off. It probably had a reaction with the hydraulic oil, come loose, probably got into the bores. Didn't really cut the O-rings, but it put minute scrapes in it. And that's where we were losing pressure. And like I said, it was a lot. And when I took the bottom cover off and everything come out on the table, like I told you earlier, it was a lot of trash in it. So I'm going to say that's the reason that this hydraulic box failed. Excessive trash in the fluid. So I'm not going to put it in a parts washer. You'd have to have brand new fluid because you do not want to contaminate this thing. So what I'm going to do is use brake cleaner because it dries really quick, and compressed air to blow this thing out after and dry it. So we're going to call this to end the video 1. I'll get back in here tomorrow afternoon, get all the gaskets off, and clean it out with brake cleaner and make sure everything is clean. Hold on a minute. I've got it's a lightweight assembly lube, like for putting motors together. So I'm going to coat my O-rings with this. This should dissipate in heat like it does with the car motor. I'm going to tell you, Napa, even though I'm not getting paid for it, I trust the guys at Napa, and so that's where you can pick this up at. So anyway, That's it for the end of the first video. I do appreciate you watching. I do appreciate all the people who watched my first short video of the touch box control. It means a lot, and I'm very grateful that that many people were showed interest in watching. So I hope you find this interesting, and I hope you'll stay tuned for part 2, and we'll go from there. Have a good night, and thanks again for watching.